Hey guys, can you hear me? I always, this is how I always start out every live is, hey guys, can you hear me? Of course, I won't be on long because, well, I don't need to sit on a live for 7 hours to get my point across. But, hey Lisa54, Ben Ashworth, Kim, Puss in Boots, Serendipity. Oh, big crowd in here tonight. That's alright. I don't need a big crowd. You guys are good enough. You guys are special enough. Hey DD3, Lab 15. Hey Simone Spinetti. I'm going to address a little bit of the drama, and then I'm going to talk about what's going on in this fucking world right now. Hey Mar. Because, yeah, the VIPs are here. Hey Polka Dot Suzanne. Serendipity. What did 180 do? Well, we'll get to that, Ben. Hey Remy. Winky Whispers. But let me just start out by saying that I am sick and tired of the petty, you're fat, eat your feelings. Well, you're a doxer. Hey Crime Canary. Hey Florida Keys Amy. It's petty. It's bullshit. Hey Denise R. And I think people are pretty much sick of hearing it. Okay? Okay? We have heard about Laura's ex-Patreon Facebook chats. Hey, beautiful soul. For going on a fucking year now. Okay? There's nothing new. So let's quit dragging them out of the closet and redoxing people. You know, it's done, okay? People have apologized. Move on. Move on. Because I love each and every one of you. I hope you continue to support me regardless of who else you support. But I swear, I am to the point, I'm ready to break off into my own little community. People do need peace, Polka Dot Suzanne. I'm ready to just break off because I am totally disgusted by some of the shit I see around here. Hey, Ender. We're tired of it. Laura, quit calling Wendy fat. Wendy, quit calling Laura a doxer. Pretty simple. It's pretty simple, folks. When I sit and watch the news day in and day out about what this world, not just our country, but what this world is going through right now, it is unprecedented. No one in this chat or on, hey Amanda T, has ever experienced what's going on and what's to come. I don't know if anybody listened to Trump today. I don't care if you're a supporter of Trump or not. Guess what? He is our leader right now, whether you like him or not. If you didn't listen carefully to the words that came out of Donald Trump's mouth today, well, let me refresh you a little bit. Not only is international travel going to come to a halt, as it should, but state-to-state travel is going to come to a halt. So here within the next few weeks, no matter where you are, be prepared to shelter in place because you're going to be stuck there. I know, I heard that IBF. I'm going to have to look into that here in a little bit. But I'm on a roll right now. And we're not talking that the groceries are going to continue to restock and people can go out there. I know, look at California. And people are going to be able to go out there and just continue to buy up and buy up and buy up and buy up. Alaska's already been told to shelter in place. And the last I looked, Alaska had one of the places that had the fewer amount of cases. We are getting ready to what could possibly be martial law. If you don't know what martial law is, look it up. It's where you are no longer a democracy. Your government tells you how much you can eat, how much money you can take out of the bank, what you can spend it on, what kind of job you can work. But here we sit on YouTube, calling people fat, calling people doxers. Sounds fantastic. Wendy, Laura, kiss and make up. Okay, misnomer, I can agree with you there. But what I see going on YouTube is like, I just sit and shake my fucking head. Most of the time now, I just sit and shake my head. I'm like, is this really? So again, Laura, Wendy, kiss and make up, move on, never speak to each other again, whatever it's going to take. People are over it. I'm locked inside, period, with my son, who's a sheriff ranger. I think he's even a little bit nervous. Of course, Beefers. I'm really Flower for Life. Tracy, can you drop your PayPal? I don't know my PayPal, Flower for Life, but somebody in here has it. But we're really going to have to come together, guys. We really are. Because, hey, D-Rod. This is, I'm getting scared. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not a panicky kind of person. You know, I'm more one of those people that God's got my back. Hey, Christy Andrews. You know, God's got my back. I'll do the best I can to accommodate God. But God's gonna have to have the, you know, I gotta turn the rest over to Him. My son is a SWAT officer and he is worried, but I feel that it will all work out. Polka Dot Suzanne, so do I. I also feel like it will all work out. But being a person with a compromised immune system, I am in the highest risk level there is. I have COPD. I've gone through chemotherapy. I heard D-Rod. I'm sorry about that. We're having earthquakes and pandemics. And here we sat on freaking YouTube calling each other fatties. Fatties. Talking about screenshots are fake and screenshots are real. And screenshots from going on a year ago. Hey, Marianne. B-Ferg says, I hate all this fighting. We should be coming together, helping each other instead of fighting. I'm ready to leave YouTube. B-Fergs, I am with you there. I'm not going to leave YouTube because, to be honest with you, I don't have much of a social life anyways, just for personal reasons. But now that this is going on, I don't have one at all. And hey, Tiffany Marie. And I've been, yeah, Molly picking on Makeup Mobster. It's got to stop, guys. I want to know that if I'm in a situation that I can help one of you guys, that you can reach out to me. And the only way to reach out to me would be through social media. I understand, B-Fergs. And I want to know that if I can help you, I'm able to, then I can do it. If you can help me, then the only way I can reach out to you is through social media. But if we continue to constantly nitpick each other over, you're fat, no, you're fat, you're ugly, I'm gonna porn you, you don't like this person, or guys, I swear, I'm never speechless, but some of the things that I'm seeing go around here right now is like, Tracy, don't take this personal. YouTube is YouTube. I get that, Alley Cat. And I get that. And for the most part, I can just say, meh, log off. But with all of us being right now, being hunkered inside, trying to knock the curve off. I just read an article from an ICU nurse, and basically what she said is, it's here. We're not going to stop it. Hey, Coffee Chat. But if we don't take it serious, so many people are going to be infected at the same time that we're going to run out of. Think about this. Possibly 1/4 of us won't be here in the future. Exactly, Robin. But we're going to run out of, we don't have respirators and hospital beds and one doctor for every person that's going to suffer through this. Hello, Lily. So, are we going to be like Italy? Because did you read about what Italy did? Italy basically said if you were 60 years old or older, you just had to die. Because they had to save the young, the strong. But when I go on today and I hear a man calling other YouTubers, hey Pink, faggots, talking about a woman who is already terminally ill. And if she gets the virus, because she already suffers from an autoimmune disease, and saying something like, well, she's either cured or she's dead. Are you kidding me? But yet, you know what's important? I'll tell you what's important. Laura calling Wendy fat, and Wendy calling out screenshots from a year ago. That seems to be really important. Or how about Michael Trimley? Michael Trimley seems to be a hot topic right now. Why? Because he leaves comments. I'm sorry, we know it's a she. We met her on my panel. She leaves comments that people don't like. She emails people and they don't like it. Block her. Block her. I like Michael Trimley. Yes, Italy is now choosing who lives and who dies, and they were way more prepared than the U.S. was. You're exactly right, Miss Number. I'm going to tell every one of y'all something. I love each and every one, everybody that comes into my stream to support me. I think the world of you. But I refuse to leave this world talking about Laura's old Patreon chats. I refuse to leave this world listening to people being called fat, people being called faggots, people being trash talk that are terminally ill, people putting other people's lives in danger by putting their personal information out there, dropping their personal information in Discords and Patreons. I'm not going to leave that way. So, I'm appalled at the GoFundMe. People are running GoFundMe for everything under the sun. It is disgusting. I like you, Tracy. Am high risk. I'm on prednisone. And yes. You know what I hope for you, Morningstar? I hope that all these scientists that are busting their nuts to try to figure out not how to cure this. It's a virus. There is no cure. But how to make your symptoms a little better, such as something like Tamiflu. I'm hoping that maybe prednisone, something as simple as prednisone, will work. Right now, the only thing they're even barely touching on is a drug used for malaria. Now, how much of that drug do you think we have in this country? When's the last time you heard of an American citizen having malaria? So I bet we don't have a lot of that laying around. Yep, Doodlebug. But see, I'm afraid, Doodlebug, and I don't want to go into panic mode. Because I do feel like there is a light at the end of this tunnel. I'm high risk with COPD too. It makes all of this really unimportant. Exactly. My mom takes it every day and it's very expensive. Exactly. So, are we even going to be able to afford, if they are able to find, not a cure, because we have yet to be able to cure viruses. We can make them a little easier on your body, but we can't cure a virus. And I'm not trying to make it scary, D-Rod. It is what it is. I'm not in panic mode either. I am worried. I am worried. So when I come onto YouTube to be social with people that I've come to know, and a lot I've come to care about, I don't care. Wendy's fat. No offense, Wendy. I don't care that Laura had trashy talk in a year-old chat. Tracy, please don't leave your place unless you have to. Do you have stuff? Yeah, I'm doing okay, Val, on groceries for right now. Eventually, am I going to have to go back out? Yeah, and I'm scared to death. You know? You go outside and walk around by yourself. Yeah, I'm going to take... It's raining here, but I'm going to take my dog for a walk as soon as the sun pops out. Because if there's one thing I know... He was funny in Laura's as Bad Wolf, but then 180 is still a meanie. Well, I can't even wrap my mind around all of that, Baby Blues, because it's the same freaking person, in my opinion. Can you have it delivered? I don't know, sir. I haven't looked into that. I took that drug, misnomer. Which one? I don't know, Serenity here. I don't know anything about full-on drama. I don't know nothing. Hey, Stephanie K. I'm not important enough to get videos made about me by people like Full-On Drama or Dee Dee Dugan or... See, I'm a bottom feeder. And I'm okay with that. I'm just not important enough, and I'm okay with that. Marianne, well, I'm praying for everybody, Marianne, because... I'm not scared. I still have to make money. Only God knows my time on earth. Okay, Baby Blues, I agree. But I can't say that I'm scared. I can tell you that... Baby Blues, okay, what's a bottom feeder? It's one of Laura's words. But I don't particularly like it, but it is what it is. But I can tell you that, Diane, if you're listening... Please, if you're, I got called to the carpet at Diane's because I had one alternate account that had a couple shitty names attached to it. I've owned it. I haven't used that alternate. Well, I did accidentally use it the other day, but it doesn't have a shitty name to it anymore. It's got says for a friend. So if you see that show up in a chat, it's because I was blocked somewhere. And I typed with it accidentally. But it's called For a Friend, and it's got my picture. But Diane, come on. If you're going to be the so-called spokesperson, and I'm not saying that Diane is the cure-all to this community, but let's start focusing on things that are more important than Fatty and Doxer and ugly wig, and crooked teeth, and, what did I get called? Bitter. As far as Heidi goes, I threw her in the title just for shits and giggles. I gotta be honest with you, I could care less about Heidi. Heidi, I did not say you were one of Laura's Patreons. Please go back and listen to that again. What I said was, keep my name and Laura's Patreon out of your mouth. So... there you go. Ballet Babe, I'm sick of this fighting. Me too, Ballet Babe. Me too. And if I have to spend, don't worry about my cough. I've always got it. It's nothing new. We do all have our faults, Polka Dot Suzanne. Every single one of us. But if I've got to spend another month or 2 months, I mean, they're talking, you know, way out of flu season. And remember, the flu is still here. The flu didn't just leave because the coronavirus came in. So, if I've got to spend the next 2 or 3 months locked inside, and my socialization is going to be YouTube or Facebook, I'm not going to spend it listening to this petty shit. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'll just go through and unsub everybody. If they come up in my recommended, I'll just hit not interested until they quit coming up in my recommended. Laura, if you put negativity in the universe, it's going to come back to you tenfold, girlfriend. We all know this. Please don't sit there and act like you don't put negativity into the universe, because we all do. Every single one of us do. Diane, if you really want to call people out, if that's your specialty, is to call people out, then start calling out the true ugliness in this community. Not nothing like that. Call out the ugliness. You have people sitting on panels using the word faggot. Not in 2020. You have discords out there that are just disgusting, racial. I want no part of those people. We don't need the negativity, D-Rod. We don't. Sub to many already. Well, Polka Dot, I haven't, but I'm gonna start because I'm over it. I'm over this. You know, the fighting back and forth. Okay, it's YouTube. I have a sinus infection and can't get any meds for it. Does anyone know natural things I can use? Ooh, Crown Canary. I don't know. Anybody in here know anything about a sinus infection? Everyone makes mistakes. Just make sure you tell us that has done wrong. Don't just select the few you don't like. Exactly. I'll never forget Diane contacting MGL to go after you. I remember that too, but guess what? Diane caught on to the fact that I'm not afraid of MGL. She doesn't scare me. There's nothing about that woman that scares me. I think she's a blithering idiot. Okay? My opinion. She thinks I need to get laid. They're saying a neti pot, Crown Canary, for a sinus infection. There's absolutely no justification for the F word. Come on, please rethink. I'm sorry, Mar. I'm sorry. I know I said it. I've said it a couple times. I'm sorry. I'll try to clean it up. But I'll tell you what, I have 119 people in here. We have 119 people right now that can make a difference. And you know how we make that difference? We don't participate in the bullshit. If you enjoy somebody's content, if they're doing true crime, which by the way, you might want to look into the Gannon case, because sad news there. But if you enjoy somebody and you enjoy their content, if they do true crime and you're into true crime, cool. If you enjoy to watch gamers, and that's what they do, is they game. But 117 people can start making a difference. We can quit participating in chats that are just bash sessions of each other. Not giving donos, says Please don't use neti pot if you have an active infection. It is hard to ignore it, Tiffany Marie. I mean, drama is like a drug. Drama is like a drug. But some of the things that people that I never thought would ever say the things that they said about me and Tawanda the other night. But really, Tawanda, I was so disgusted. So disgusted. I don't care what they call me. They can call me a scammer, a backstabber. I don't care. But what I saw go down, and I'm sorry, Laura, it was in your chat. I was totally disgusted because Tawanda has been nothing but good to every side of YouTube. Crime Canary, Misnomer says saltwater. But I'm promising you right now, I'm making a promise, and I'm going to stick to it. If I'm in Diane and Wendy's and it's a bash session, I'm leaving. I'm just one person. I'm not going to make that big of a difference. Diane and Wendy's not going to care. I don't have a problem with Diane and Wendy. I know some people do. I personally don't. Do I think there's things a whole lot more important than Michael Trimley leaving bad comments around here? Yeah, because I've never seen Michael Trimley threaten or dox or anything like that. Just because you don't like what somebody says about you doesn't make them a bad person. You know, it seems like, you know, these channels that do these clips and do these videos, everybody loves them until somebody gets a video or a clip about them. Part 3, I could probably run to GoFundMe and list proof of all my medical complications. Oh, I missed it. Yep, Tawanda really does. I mean, she's not perfect. Come on, none of us are perfect. Not Tawanda. Exactly, Serendipity. I like Diane and Wendy. I've disagreed with them, but I like them. I feel the same way. I'm disagreeing with them right now because I don't think Michael Trimley or Laura calling Wendy fat or Wendy calling Laura a doxer is really that important. Leanne Lynn. No, Leanne, I left. Just like I left when Makeup Mobster started getting it. So, you're right, I was in there, Leanne Lynn, but I left. Did it over yet? Yeah. And I think I just sit here and said, Leanne Lynn, I really need to try harder. Because I'm not perfect. Nothing about me is perfect. But you also said in chats, Leanne Lynn, you said in one the other night that bashed Tawanda to hell and back. I'm not saying you did it, Leanne Lynn, but people in there calling Tawanda a drunk and everything else wrong. I'm not going to stand for it. But you're right, Leanne Lynn, I was in there. But I did leave. Michael Trimley deserves to keep her identity concealed. There is absolutely no good reason for anyone to know who she is. Anonymity is actually very important for people. It keeps them safe. I agree with you. We can all do better. You're right, D-Rod. Every single one of us. But what we're going to have to do, what I'm going to do, y'all do what you want. But the only difference that I can make is I'm not going to sit in chats that are bash one person or a couple of people. I'm not saying people can't still do their panels and bash if that's what they choose to do. I'm not going to do it, and I don't care who it is. I'm not going to sit in a room where Laura's being bash. I'm not saying I'm not going to sit in a room where Laura's being discussed or Makeup Mobster's being discussed. There's a difference then, hey pugs, there's a big difference between, hey Irish gal, discussing someone and just bashing them over and over and over. And I'm not doing it anymore. I know my opinion doesn't matter. Of course it does, Mar. But I was truly hurt and disappointed in that chat. Yeah, me too. Ballet Babe says, we, the subs, are getting sick of it all. Tawanda would give her last dollar in the shirt off her back. She sure would. Leanne says, I understand, but I don't know, Tawanda Tracy. I didn't join in with the back and forth. I believe you, Leanne. I believe you didn't do that. Hey, Miss Lee. Hey, Governor. Hello, Governor. But I'm not going to sit in chat if it's going to be all about Tiffany Marie. If it's going to be all other, because I like Tiffany Marie. I like Makeup Mobster. But guess what? Even if I'm not a big fan of yours, I'm still not going to sit in a chat that's all about bashing you. I think we can talk about each other's differences without all of the bashings. And the side chat is so much worse in these cases than the actual creators. No, I haven't either, Jennifer Parker. I've never seen Leanne participate in that. But, you know, I've done it. I've sat in chats where friends of mine were being bashed. As subs, we need to quit co-signing these behaviors. Most certainly, Tia Hodge. Most certainly. So here's what needs to happen. And like I said, there's only 131 people in here. But we can make a small dent. We don't have to announce our departure. We're not airplanes. But if I'm in a chat and all they have to say is horrible things about anybody, I don't care if it's Laura, I don't care if it's Diane and Wendy, I don't care if it's Leanna, I don't care if it's Tiffany Marie, I don't care if all the whole panel, the whole conversation is nothing but bashing a particular group of people or one person in particular, I'm out. I'm gone. Because I can go watch Angry Grandma videos or the Dodo. I love the Dodo. Because I love animals and they're all good stories about animals. So I love the Dodo. Kim says, I agree. Let's take a stand. Peace out. Like a strike, like a walkout. Yes, Pink Lady Luck. Exactly. So, who's in? Put a 1 in the chat if you're willing to do this. And it doesn't matter who's being bashed. Put a 1 in the chat if you're willing to just leave the damn chat. It doesn't mean you don't like that creator anymore. It doesn't mean you won't go back and watch them again later. But if this bashing starts and they see their numbers dropping, they're going to stop it. It might take a couple weeks to catch on. I love the Dodo too. What about Chuck? Chunk. I don't know, Chunk. The truth, I did that a long time ago. Why am I always like, huh? Like I said, it only takes a few minutes to go into a chat and see that it's not going to turn around. Okay, this is what it. I'm sick of them bashing Makeup Mobster. I'm sick of all the bashing. The truth, I cannot commit to anything or make a promise. My name is in the title. Okay, Tiffany, but I don't think you're going to be there anyways. If you're talking about over there at Diane and Wendy's. I don't really know how I'm going to handle things. But really, Tiffany, I don't hear you bash people. I mean, I'm talking about the ugly, fuck you, You fat pig, you doxing bitch, you... That's what I'm talking about, a bashing. I mean, I can sit here and if I have a problem with Tiffany Marie, I can address it with Tiffany Marie and I can stream. I don't have to call her names. I don't have to go after looks or intelligence or... I'm nervous too, Pink. But, like I said, we're all going to be stuck inside here for a little while. Responding is different than bashing. Totally agree. I've called MDL and Mandy Lynn pigs. Okay? Not a big fan of either, but I'm going to try to refrain from that. It's hitting my community. I'm in the thick of it. Yep, Pink. It's everywhere. Not as... The Virgin Islands is... the U.S. Virgin Islands is where I've heard it's least. I might make some mad, but please plan ahead. We are stocked. I've been on self-imposed isolation all month. I have life insurance to pay my burial. Plan ahead. I know a lot of people who could but won't. Okay, well, I don't have the money for all that, Morningstar. If I die, they can just throw me in a... I don't care what they do with me, because I'm going to be in heaven anyways. Yes, that's right, folks. I'm going to heaven. If you don't believe in God, believe in something, because you're going to have to rely on in the next few months. I personally believe in God. I believe in a higher power that I choose to call God. I don't fault anybody who doesn't. But, and trust me, there's not a night I don't lay my head down on my pillow and thank God for the things that I have and asking to look over my family, my son, my loved ones. But recently, since all of this has started, I've basically just been including everybody in one lump sum. IB says science can have my body. I don't even think I'd be good enough for science. But now when I lay my head down at night, I say my prayers and I say, God, get us through this. Oh, trust me, Tiffany, I've been sanitizing for... Like, literally, I'm out of hand sanitizer. I have no aloe vera to make more hand sanitizer. So, I'm literally using antibacterial soap and alcohol swabs. God is good. But, like I said, guys, I only came on... I wasn't, I only put Laura's name in the title because she put mine in hers, and I was playing tit for tat. Heidi, all I can tell you is, stay out of my business, I'll stay out of yours. Okay? We don't have to be nice to each other, we just don't even have to speak to each other. I'm okay with that. Just stay away. But, guys, think positive. If we'll tell ourselves, if it turns into a bash fest, just leave. Put 1 teaspoon of Clorox to 4 cups of water, wipe counters, and let dry. Yep, I got a bunch of bleach. But I really do appreciate you all coming in. I appreciate any PayPals. I appreciate your support, guys. Come on. I'm so sick of YouTube lately. And it's like all I have to do. There's nothing on TV. I've watched so much freaking Netflix. I'm so over it. Oh, thanks, Samara. Our state of mind is very important for our immune system. It is. Hey, Bless. My niece was getting herself all worked up about this, and I said, stress will destroy your immune system. So we can't stress. But you cannot feel positive if you're sitting on YouTube calling people filthy names and all of that. You can't. You can't tell me you feel positive doing that. I don't believe it. So let's try to make things happier. Let's try to make, now you tell us. Let's try to make things a little brighter. I'm going to try to do my part. Donate blood, critical need. Yeah, Pink. can donate now, can't I, Pink? I've been out of the chemo for, I know it's bad, Candy Buttercup, but you know what? We're gonna get through it. Yeah, wash your hands. But yeah, guys. So you know what? Like I said, I've been talking about this Patreon. I'm trying to get started. I know money is tight right now, so maybe right now might not be the best time for a Patreon. That's true, Morningstar. Tracy, no, you won't be thrown away. There's a big difference in those who can't and those who can, but won't. We want the ones who can to do it so we can help the ones who can't. Very good point. And can we stop listening to people telling people to suck their... T.L. Hodge, I totally agree. That kind of talk totally disgusts me. You never hear me talk like that. Ever do you hear those words come out of my mouth. Oh, I say the F word. I'll tell you to go get fucked. But you never hear those words come out of my mouth. Not in YouTube life or real life. I don't talk like that. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Alright guys, like I said, I appreciate you coming in. I know there's going to be some lives tonight. If it's a bash session, I can only tell you what I'm going to do, participate. And when I say I'm not going to participate, it doesn't mean I'm just going to sit in the chat and keep my mouth shut. I'm going to really truly walk away from it. And then when people's numbers start dropping, then they'll see, hey, the subs are really getting tired of this shit. Subs are really getting tired of it. Stephanie, I never in my life thought I'd ever read cops guarding toilet. Yep, toilet tissue and paper towels. Yep, I heard the other day that they were literally guarding the toilet paper aisle. But be prepared. We're going to see military. We're going to see... I mean, think about it, guys. Think about it. People are going to start getting scared. They're going to start robbing. They're going to, you know, the crime rate's going to go up. It's going to get ugly. But we can do this. But we got to start somewhere. So, guys, I really appreciate you. I really do. And I really had planned on doing this big major rant. But that's how it always goes. Don't panic. You're right. That's how it always goes. I always think in my head, okay, I'm going to do this big major rant. And then when I get on, I'm like, I don't really feel like it. So, everybody, please stay safe. Stay healthy. But when I say healthy, I mean stay healthy in your body, your mind, and your soul. And guess what, guys? I'll see you around the tubes. Peace.